12 dwarves in my movie? It's more likely. Whoa, ancient meme from Ghost. Learn Minnesotan accent. I don't have to. Sorry. There was a fly. I don't have to because Devin does it so well. She does it for all of us. You say brothers. I do say brother. That's one of the few. Brother. I say y'all, but all of the internet says y'all now, so I'm sort of safe on that one. I dropped the G on a lot of my ing words. But, you know. Yeah, it's a cool kid word now. Y'all is... But it makes sense, because in English, we don't have, like, a you plural like they do in other languages. So it kind of makes sense that we would have a space for y'all, a y'all-shaped hole in our language that the Southerners have figured out. And I'm happy to use it. Daph says that looks really good.
It is.
Thanks, man. She worked really hard on it. There used to be, but we're putting it back. You guys want to visit Florida? We promised to take him to Disneyland, but Miss Rona said no. Yeah, don't go right now.
Don't touch that.
Been told there's an Alberta accent, which apparently the rest of Canada can tell, but it all sounds like English to me. Yeah, so the Prairie's accent, it sounds very Midwestern to Americans, to be honest, except for the occasional odd spacing of syllables. But, you know, it's pretty close to what Americans would consider a normal accent. Dropping the G is lazy English that everyone does, to be honest. And to be honest, like, it happens in Chicago accent too. So I kind of do it either way. Y'all is a good gender neutral pronoun. Also true.
Yeah.
Is that on my stream along with folks and dudes. I use dudes a lot. Ballon de Foot says, slow down with food. Big gourd. Look. I'm working on it. Oh, I missed it. Did it get worse? Actually, I had to rethink English because my Costa Rican family speaks good proper English. I sounded like a hick when I met him. You?
Were they calling me a gourd? Like a squash?
I don't know.
Or like a big gorl?
It's Sunday, my dudes.
I'm a big gorl.
I'm feeling from the Midwest. There's Chicago. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was born just outside of Chicago, actually. Graham, I said Amanda because she's eating. She's doing a good job of eating it.
I'm helping.
I should taste it, I guess, right?
It's good.
Love the fresh tomatoes and cucumbers with it.
I will say, like, these cucumbers look good, but, like, I can't eat them in one bite, so it just means I have to take an awkward bite of it.
That's good. I lived in Copenhagen. First time I came back, my friends were making fun of my Danish-American accent. Oh, that's right. I always forget you're from Arizona. If I may ask, why did you leave? Climate, rednecks, Florida man, gators, hurricanes, mosquitoes, love bugs, lack of seasons.
Yeah,
Just a few things.
I like to shorten it and say, like, I wanted to live somewhere that had seasons and mountains. Florida doesn't have either of those. Yeah, Florida feels feels like a swampy butt.
Oh, you're asking why I left Chicago? That was up to my parents. My parents are actually from Florida. Just happened to be living in Chicago when I was born.
I mean, living in Chicago is tough because climate is intense.
Chicago, well, Illinois in general, because the property taxes and Chicago, the politicians are corrupt as all hell. Yeah. Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, whenever I visit there, I'm just like, why are all these roads bad? Where are all the tax dollars going? And apparently not towards the roads.
Also, my neighbor, the South Side, had lots of crime. Well, I mean, the South Side of Chicago's been rough since like the '60s, though. Like, that shouldn't have been a surprise. Grand's mom was original Florida. Oh, she's rock hard, man. She is super tough. Super tough.
If she was a character in Overwatch, she'd be Zarya.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like,
for real.
But like
my mom
Florida,
is like an aged Zarya.
She's like, instead of being Russian, she's just Floridian.
Oh, I didn't even put the Crispies on top. There you go. Have a couple.
Oh.
Gonna test the Southside crime? Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, it's been more or less abandoned. But as Johnny pointed out, like there's local government problems. You know, they have no interest in fixing it, unfortunately. Going to Chicago bar mentioned Obama, and wow, you will get all the Oh yeah, yeah.
He lived there for big time.
Yeah, well, that was what he was doing before he was president. He was senator from Illinois.
They live there now, don't they? Did they move back to Chicago?
I don't know where they live now, actually.
I feel like it was Chicago, but I could be wrong.
And my kids caught me up on the Florida Man meme. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Florida's in some crazy stuff. Yeah, we before we moved to the West Coast, we lived in Jacksonville, which is like, out of all of Florida, it's probably the most sunburned. A lot of crazy folks. Good non-gendered words used for people in general. Folks, buddy, pal, neighbor, mate, partner, comrade. Is the rice a bit spicy? It is a little spicy. Mm-hmm. I put like 8 Thai chilies in there, so.
Mortal.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
That's a very different stream from mine. Very different stream from mine.
But yeah, Thai chilies and then sambal's a bit spicy.
Was it what you needed?
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
Senpai. Oh my god, what if I started every stream just like, what's up, senpais? I banned myself. Graham is already my. Listen, I don't want that responsibility. / You take that back. Ooh. Maybe it's supposed to be she wants to move out west. It gets a bit cold in Utah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were surprised actually. We drove ourselves across the country, and passing through Utah in early May, it was still pretty cold. It was still pretty cold.
I think we saw snow a little bit inside the roads.
Wife really wants to move to Los Angeles. Oh man, see that's too hot for me though. It's too hot for me.
It's hot and it's just dry. It's just dusty down there.
It's a different kind of heat too. I'd have a hard time adjusting, I think.
I don't think I could do it just because it's dry and it's hot and it's just so dusty. Like there's just dust everywhere because it's just not wet enough.
Unless you can afford Santa Monica, otherwise LA is kind of a dump. It's like any city that size though. You know, there's a lot of bad neighborhoods, but. Mm-hmm. Don't even consider San Diego. I could live in San Diego, to be honest.
It's real hot.
But it's too hot. It doesn't change too much, though. It's like 72 to 78, like pretty much year-round.
It was so humid.
But that's too hot for me.
It was like humid for me, and I lived in Florida for like my life.
It's too high in average.
I just remember, so TwitchCon's in San Diego. Literally every time we ran into LA, he was just... he was like sweating.
I was right there with him.
Sweating through his hoodie because it was so miserable.
You just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Both charter P&W because of work, my graduation, and hate of hot. Yes. Yes. Let's see. Oh dear, I can't bring myself to call you Graham Senpai. For that win, I'm very thankful. Trying to convince her to consider San Diego. Graham Sensei. Ooh, don't like that either. My brain decided to flee me. California for me is a no-go in general. I think overall it's just a bit out my pay grade.
It's expensive. North California is super nice.
It's super nice, but
it's expensive to live in California.
If you don't live near the valley or the Bay Area, like internet's kind of bad, and population's sort of sparse.
And San Francisco is literally the most expensive city in America.
It's like pricier than Seattle, which is a feat. Mm-hmm. I don't mind saying. LA's cooler than Phoenix. Gets really hot. Arizona's a legit desert. Oh yeah. Okay. Senpai, please.
Watch out, baby girl. Thanks.
I think it used to SoCal weather after a while. Yeah, I was about to say, you've been there for a significant amount of time, as memory serves. Are you going to bed now? Can I get a hug? Wait, what? Yeah, but I like you. Sleep well, Amanda. Oh.